right? So that night, I'm watching this film. And I'm watching from a different set of eyes, and I'm going, this is the game plan for lasting change. Because this man does not want to change under any circumstances, because he knows being mean has made him rich, he thinks. It's not true, but he thinks it, so he keeps doing it. We do whatever we believe. In our own life, the only way you end and have peace is you free yourself from those limiting meanings. So I'm watching this and going, wow, this guy didn't want to change, and he changed that fast. How did it happen? 3 neuroassociative conditioning specialists showed up at his house. 3 ghosts. And what those ghosts do, they got him to associate massive amounts of what? Of what? Pain to all that had done in the past related to that. But then, when he thought he couldn't handle it anymore, they brought him to the present and gave him unbelievable pain in the present. And then he thought he was done, and they took him all the way to the future, all the way to the moment of his death, and put him in eternal pain, he thought. And then he woke up and realized, I can change it all right now. And how fast did he change, my friends? How fast? How fast? In a heartbeat. But it's because he had pain in the past, the present, and the future. There was no place to escape. The leverage is there. If I put a wall here, here, and here, and the one behind, I start to close them, magically you'll move that direction. So we want to do that for ourselves. We want to free ourselves. Who's up for that? Say I.
All right, who wants to free themselves? Say I. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to $1 billion BDM Travel. If you're ready for transformation, and you're ready to travel, and you're ready to save money, and you're ready to make money, you are at the right place. I want to introduce those of you that may not know this gentleman. He is the lead developer of our $1 billion mission, which is the mother company of $1 billion Travel, or BDM Travel, which you're going to hear about on this evening. So I'm going to give it to him for him to share, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about BDM Travel, how you can save money traveling, how you can travel the world, save money in everyday spending, as well as make a lot of money. All right, let's give it over to John Austin, the lead developer of OBDM, our $1 billion mission, and BDM Travel. John, it's yours, my friend.
Thank you, Professor. And I just have to say, wow, wasn't that a great transformational message? And weren't those great or awesome travel videos? So welcome to our BDM Travel Club, folks. Imagine a life where travel is a lifestyle, not a luxury. Imagine that. A life where travel is a lifestyle, not a luxury. A world where your dream destinations are a phone call away and your bank account grows while while you travel the globe and have fun. Well, tonight we're diving into an opportunity that's changing the game in the trillion-dollar travel and services industry. And you're about to discover a revolutionary way to travel more, earn more, and live more. Imagine taking dream vacations at wholesale prices, turn travel into profit, and building a residual income stream that grows infinitely wide and deep. Sounds incredible? That's because it is. BDM Travel Club isn't just a membership, it's a movement, a revolution in the way people book travel, make money, and create financial freedom. A chance to break free from the limits of high travel costs and turn every trip into an opportunity. Get ready to learn how you can take control of your finances, unlock exclusive travel discounts, and build an income stream that fuels your dream life. So buckle up, lean in, and get ready to travel, because what you're about to hear could change your life forever. With that, Professor, back to you.
Let's make sure we are unmuted. Can you hear me, John?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. I like that, John. You said well, travel is a lifestyle and not a luxury. Wrote that one down. I like that. Okay, so welcome to BDM Travel. I'll use the phrase that I just heard. All right, I loved it. Where travel is a lifestyle and not a luxury. Now, we all know that if we were to ask most people, if you had more money, what would you do more of? At the top of that list, for most people, travel would be in there. We know that travel is a huge industry. It's $1 trillion plus a year industry. And again, where travel is not a necessity, it is not a luxury, it's a lifestyle. That's what we're doing here at BDM Travel. So, who are we? We've got a game changing business model. We're backed by a travel company that's been in the travel savings arena for over 25 years. And you have the opportunity, I have the opportunity, we have the opportunity to earn an unlimited income. So let's take a look at some of the perks of being a part of BDM Travel Club. You're going to be able to save up to 70% on vacations. Now, those vacations could be things like maybe you're renting out a condo or maybe even a home for a few days or for a week or for even longer. That could be a hotel stay. Maybe you're just flying in on business and you're going to stay somewhere for a night or two, or maybe you just want to get a quick weekend getaway. So you've got hotels there, you've got cruises there, you've got local discounts. I'm really excited about this for those people that say, well, you know what? I'm not making enough money now, which is why I'm interested in the income opportunity to travel the way that I want, but I need to get my oil changed, and I'd like to save 15% on getting my oil change. Or I'm gonna go to a restaurant, maybe go out on a date, and I'd love to be able to get a $20 off or $50 off my meal. Okay, or movies, or taking vacations, or car rentals. There's a discount directory with over 1 million discounts, apartments and villas. So once again, maybe you want to go on a vacation, but you don't want to stay in a hotel room. You know, you don't want to be stuffed up. You want a nice apartment or a nice villa. Perhaps you simply want to take the kids, the grandkids to a theme park, and you want to save some money there. All right. So here's an example of some of the types of savings that you have as a part of BDM Travel Club. And it's interesting because way back, I think it was about 2003 or so, 2002, 2003, I was part of a company that was in the travel business. We actually took a test to become a travel agent. We don't have to do any of that stuff here. But one of the things that we would tell folks that we were trying to get to book travel through our booking engine is you're not going to save any money on airfare. Well, that's not the case with BDM Travel. Now, you're not going to save tons of money on airfare. You can see $5 off on an economy flight, or $10 off on premium economy, or $25 off if you were going first class. All right. But remember what your mom probably taught you. I know my mom taught me. She said, "A penny saved, son, is a penny earned." Did your mom teach you that? Could it be that your mom and my mom went to the same mom school? I think every mom kind of shares that, right? Well, let's say you wanted to go somewhere and you wanted a hotel stay. All right, so you've got a booking engine right in your back office of BDM Travel with the partner travel company that we have backing us up. All right. So let's say, for instance, I wanted to head down to Orlando. Maybe I was just flying in for a night or two. I like when I stay in hotels, I'm an Embassy Suites guy. Okay. And so I was looking to see, well, what's the difference between me going to hotels.com, which is owned by Expedia, or going to Expedia, or going to Orbitz, also owned by Expedia? What would be the difference if I booked an Embassy Suite stay through hotels.com versus BDM Travel? So what I did is I said, okay, I like Embassy Suites. So I put in Embassy Suites by Hilton, Orlando, Lake Buena Vista South. Okay. Now, what was the pricing? You could see the pricing was 192. And then when you factor in taxes and fees, it would be 218 for the night. And pay attention to the nights that I put in: March 21st to March 22nd, just a one night hotel stay. Okay. Now let's go and see what that would look like through BDM Travel. Now, the first thing I want us to note, same date, March 21st, check out March 22nd, okay? Orlando, Florida, and look at this. Have we heard this before? Embassy Suites by Hilton Orlando, Lake Buena Vista, South. It's the same property as over here coming from hotels.com. Same property. Now, keep in mind that the fee or the outlay with taxes and fees and all that good stuff is $218 a night. So let's go to BDM Travel Club, our back office, our partner that's providing the travel, and let's see what we get. We get the same Embassy Suites by Hilton Orlando, Lake Buena Vista South. We get that, friends, for $137 a night. 119 published price with your taxes and fees, 137. So it was what was it? 219, I believe it was. 218 versus 137. Now, if I was going to stay for a couple of nights as opposed to just one, I would cover my full BDM travel outlay for a year and have some change left over. Okay. Because I'm saving like 80 some odd dollars a night. If I stayed for 2 nights, I'd save 160 some odd dollars. And the BDM Travel Club membership annually, not monthly, is only $149. So with just one stay of 2 nights, I would have paid for my membership. But let's go further. Let's say, I'm not going to Orlando right now. I just want to go and, go to a movie. Okay. So I put in a movie theater, which is about less than 10 minutes from my house. Wanted to see what was still playing. I was surprised to see that Mufasa, the Lion King, is still playing. All right. Yes, I'm 54 years young, but I love the Lion King franchise. Okay. All right. So when I looked at this, a non-matinee seat was going to be $15.49 a ticket. A non-matinee seat, $15.49 a ticket. So I go into BDM Travel. There's a section in there with savings and discounts and even a movie section. And I saw, well, wait a minute. The movie theater that I was going to was owned by Regal. I could actually go into the BDM Travel portal, click a couple buttons, go to Regal, and I could get a ticket for $9.75. And so I could print it out or, have it on my phone, go up to the counter, and maybe I didn't want to watch Mufasa after all. Maybe there was something else I wanted to watch. All right. It doesn't matter. All right. I'm just paying for the ticket. I'm getting a savings by going through the BDM travel. So then I thought, well, wait a minute. I have found love again. I'm a widower of almost 5 years, but I found love again. And maybe we want to go to the movies. Shoot, I could take her to the movies for about the same amount that I was going to pay just for a ticket for me, $19.50, getting two tickets at $9.75. So what a savings. What a savings. These are what I call everyday savings. Okay, so I was going through this and I was saying, I love Orlando. I lived there some years back. Just had an amazing time there. My two sons were teenagers at the time. My daughter was really young, and we had season tickets to a number of the parks. There was always something to do, and so I would love to go back, and at least spend some time there. So I was thinking, okay, well, maybe with BDM travel, maybe I'll fly in real quick and stay somewhere in Orlando. I want to go out to eat. All right. So I was going through the site looking at the options that were available. And what kind of grabbed my attention, may not grab yours. What grabbed my attention was this Caribbean barbecue place. That sounds interesting. All right. By the way, let me go and apologize for my vegetarians out there, my vegans out there. because I'm going to show some meat. Okay. So I looked at this particular restaurant. I went to their website. I want to get an idea of their food choices. I want to get an idea of their menu choices. Okay. And so what I looked at is I saw, okay, if my significant other, I like to call her Dr. Baby in public, if Dr. Baby, she just recently got a doctorate. I'm so proud of her. If Dr. Baby was with me, she loves fish. So she might want the catfish or she might want whiting. You know what? She might want the combination platter where she gets the catfish and the whiting. Okay, that'd be about 28 bucks for that. Okay. Uh I might do the ribs. All right. So it'd be like 22 bucks for that. So we're already at like $50. And obviously we hadn't priced in our drinks or tip or what have you. So, what does BDM Travel offer for that? Well, check this out. I already know we would likely spend $50 or more. I could buy a $50 off deal for just 20 bucks. So for $20, almost like a Groupon, if you will, for 20 bucks, I could buy essentially a coupon, all right, that gives me $50 off my meal. So in that example, that would be what? A $30 savings. I pay 20 bucks to save 50 bucks. Now, what if we went out to eat the next day or the next day or the next day? And these deals, depending on where you are, what part of the world that you're in, certainly if you're in the US, you will likely find a lot of deals, whether they're dealing with restaurants or other things in your local area, which I'll show in just a few moments. Now, I'm back in the back office. There's so much in the BDM travel, and I'm back there and I'm playing around and I see something else about, vacations, and I notice, oh, you can redeem vacations. Now, I've seen this as a standalone business model. I know of a platform. I believe they charge 99 bucks a month, okay? And they've got a little affiliate tied to it. But the whole idea of the platform was that for the 99 bucks a month, you're able to give away these vacation certificates. People get the certificate, they've got to activate the certificate. A lot of people in the sales arena, insurance sales, real estate sales, car sales, um, uh, online sales, use platforms like that as an incentive. Okay. As a matter of fact, you can use that as an incentive. Maybe you use that as an incentive for someone to come to a live Zoom. We've got another Zoom on Thursday. Maybe you use an incentive. Hey, if you come to the Zoom, I'm going to give you this vacation certificate. So the way it works is once the certificate is given away, the person can activate it. Okay. They've got some time to activate. Now, let's say instead of just giving these certificates away, and I know I can give them away, but I started looking at them and I'm saying, well, one of the giveaways is a 4-day, 3-night stay out in Vegas. Hadn't been to Vegas in a minute. Maybe I want to go to Vegas. What if I give it to myself? Would I save some money staying in a nice hotel in Vegas? Well, I would. Oh, by the way, there's a little video that shows you how to redeem the vacations and all that good stuff. All right, here we go. So I gave the vacation certificate to myself. I wanted to see what would I have to outlay for this 4-day, 3-night stay in Vegas. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You see what the outlay would be right here. For $100, effectively $33, $34 a night, I'd be in a nice hotel in Vegas for 4 days and 3 nights. And when I activate it, so I would, go on and pay the $100, $99.72, I would get 18 months to actually go on the vacation itself. And there's no timeshare presentation. Nobody's trying to sell me anything. They just have excess inventory at various hotels. All right. And we're able to access that because of BDM Travel. So whether you want to give that as an incentive, okay, hey, somebody's getting ready to get married. Like maybe you give them that as a gift. All right, it's gift giving season, is birthday season, or what have you. You know, maybe you give that as a gift, or again, you might use it as an incentive to get people to take a look at BDM Travel or anything else that you might have up your income producing sleeves, or for your own self. Okay. All right. So that's there in BDM Travel. Again, I know of a platform that charges $99 a month so that people can give away these types of vacations. Okay. All right. Let's continue. And there's just so many other deals back there. You know, here in the US, we're in tax season. All right. So you can go and you can see there's over 1 million different discounts. Obviously, depending on where you are in your local area. You know, maybe you need to have some automotive needs or some business and office needs, car rental, condos and resorts, cruises and tours, dining and food, entertainment and recreation, golf, health and beauty, UC, home and garden. So the culture that we want to build here is that you're going to go and spend money. All right. Go into your BDM Travel back office and see if where you're going to spend money is a place that you can get some savings. So maybe you're going to go and get an oil change. And here's Jiffy Lube. All right. 15% savings. Take advantage of it. Okay. Maybe you need some tires. Here's just tires, 15% off. Goodyear, Advanced Auto Parts, um, uh, just a plethora of different savings. So again, vacations, hotels, flights, hotels again, cruises, local discounts, over 2 million local deals, movie theaters. Take that vacation. That's where I got I clicked on that to get the vacation getaway, where you can give as an incentive or you can use it yourself. Car rentals, up to 50% savings. Another discounts directory with over 1 million discounts. Everything from renting cars, online booking, tours, hotels, flights, travel, and more. Okay. All right. So that is the product, and it's only $149 a year. Now, if you've been in this industry for any length of time, you likely have come across one or more travel related marketing opportunities. And the way most of them work, all right, is there is an upfront, right now fee, might be 249, 349. The one that I used to promote years ago was 499 a month. I'm sorry, 499, excuse me, not a month. 499 initially, and then typically they have a monthly subscription. So Dr. Baby just the other day went to go see my significant other. She went to go and have her regular uh, doctor checkup. All right. And it turns out that her doctor is in a marketing company, in a network marketing company that deals with travel. And I don't remember what the amount was up front, but I think it was like a 39.99 or 49.99 monthly membership. We don't have a monthly membership. It's $149 a year. You get all those types of discounts. And if you broke that down, that's only about $13 a month. So if you are saving, if you go out to eat just once a month, okay, to a decent restaurant where you might have a bill of 50 bucks or so, you're likely going to save more than that just doing that. Not to mention taking your car to get, the tires done or maintenance or repair or uh, buying some flowers for your sweetheart or what have you. Okay. All right. Now let's talk about the money. How do we take an annual outlay of $149 and parlay that into a potential income of multiple six figures? How the heck do we do that? Okay. Well, that's what we're going to talk about for the next few moments. Okay. So we know there's a $149 annual outlay. So let's say here's Roger, and Roger has shared this with Sue. Now, Sue, she starts saving, she starts going in, planning her vacations. And so she refers 6 folks here. And what's going to happen is we call this a unilevel, a high powered unilevel. All right. And what that means is Sue or you can refer as many people as you would like. And these could be people that just want to save money in everyday expenditures. They could be people that want to save money in travel. They could be people that are more entrepreneurial and want to make money as well. Doesn't matter. Okay. They pay their 149. All right. They have access to the travel back office. The way this works is the first person that Sue refers that gets the BDM travel, Sue's going to make $80. The second person, that $80 is going to be paid out, but it's going to be paid out to Roger. The third person, Sue's going to make the $80. The fourth person, that's going to pay out to Roger. The fifth, the sixth, and beyond to infinity are all going to pay out to Sue. Now, I'm going to show you just how powerful this is by using a little calculator in just a moment, okay? Now, the thing is here, this is so powerful because remember the second and fourth that paid out to Roger? Well, their second and fourth and their second and fourth also pay out to Roger to an unlimited depth. The reason this is so a key and cool is Roger doesn't have to be the grand poobah master recruiting guru. He may, in this example, have just referred Sue, and then she went to work. And yet Roger is benefiting from those twos and fours, and that can go to an unlimited depth. But now let's see how this benefits Sue. The way this benefits Sue is that first and that third and that fifth and that sixth and beyond, their second and fourth, and their second and fourth, and their second and fourth to an unlimited depth payout to Sue. Now, let me show you just how powerful this is. We're going to go to a calculator. I want to show you just how powerful this is. So here's the question. How can a annual outlay of $149 be parlayed into potentially, maybe, perhaps, all of my disclaimers, a 6-figure and a high 6-figure income? So let's say that you want to build the business side. And so the goal would be for you to refer at least 4 people that also want to build the business side. Yes, they want to save money. Yes, they want to travel, but they also want to build the business side. Okay. So that's the assumption we're going on, is that you refer 4. Okay. Now, let me tell you, if you're not that great at recruiting, here's what I would do. I would make sure that every time I'm going to spend some money, I go in my BDM travel back office. Let me see if I can find some savings. So I'm going to a restaurant, okay, and I get one of those certificates or coupons where I save $50 for only $20. All right, I'm going to make a note of that, and then when I go to that restaurant, I'm gonna snap a picture of that, and maybe I post that to my social media, Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is that you might use. Hey, I'm enjoying this meal, and I got it for I got $50 off by buying a $20 coupon. You want to know how that works? Hit me up. All right. You think if I did that, I'd get a few people saying, "Hey, how'd you do that?" Okay. All right. So we refer 4. Let's assume that they refer 4. And remember, I showed you that those 2 and 4s, those second and fourths, that can go on for eternity. There is no 6 levels or 7 levels or 12 levels. Now, in this calculator, we do show 12 levels deep, but it can go to 120 levels. 1,716 levels. Okay. All right. Let's look at this, folks. So if I referred for, and the messaging was they refer for, and the messaging was they refer for, and what makes this different than maybe other enterprises that perhaps you've tried to share with folks is we're talking about a real product that offers real world application, real world savings, whether it's that nice tour, that nice villa in travel, whether it's the cruise, whether it's the hotel stay, the car rental, or day to day savings. Look at this, folks. $655,000. If four beget four, we know maybe everybody won't do four, but let's say that was an average because you may have someone who begets 40. Okay. All right. So if four begets four, 655,200. Now, here's where we can have some fun with this calculator. What if I did just a little bit more? What if instead of me referring four, I referred five? And then my five referred four, and they referred four, and they referred four. We would simply calculate. And now we're just under $1 million. Now, I want us to focus here, and we're just about finished. We're just under $1 million, and nobody has a monthly subscription. We're just under $1 million, and nobody has a monthly ding to their credit card. We're just under $1 million, and there is no BVPV where people may be paying for a product. Maybe the price is escalated. Maybe the price is overpriced so that it can pay out to a compensation platform. No, people are saving real money in real world applications. All right, so let me start to round third with this. I mentioned that John is the lead developer of our $1 billion mission, which is our mother platform. All right, our mother platform is giving birth to BDM Travel. The reason I wanted to just plant a seed for our $1 billion mission, and a big part of what we do with our $1 billion mission is about transformation. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. As a woman thinks in her heart, so is she. So on Sunday nights, we focus on transformational content. That's why we ended that period where we were talking about the travel with the Tony Robbins, because we want to begin to really transform our mindset. We transform our mindset, we'll transform our lives. The other thing, though, that our $1 billion mission has is if you like what I just showed you about the potential of an annual outlay of $149, potentially becoming multiple six figures, maybe even seven figures. Our $1 billion mission has a compensation element, all right, that take what I just showed you to a much, much, much higher level. You'll find out more about that as we go along. So for tonight, why should you join BDM Travel? Low startup costs, $149 annually. And you're likely going to save that with just a few things that you do to save money. All right. You might save that in the first month. Okay. Massive demand for travel and savings deals. Work from anywhere. Be your own boss. Get paid to help others to travel and save money on real world expenditures. And there are no caps on your earnings. So what do? You get back to the person that referred you to tonight's sharing, ask them for their BDM travel link so that you can click onto it, you can register, you can pay your $149, and then thereafter you're going to get an email. It may take just a little bit because these get sent out right now individually. You'll get an email where you'll be able to come into the BDM travel back office and start saving money. With that being said, I'm going to bring John back Going to come off of share here. Going to bring John back for him to share any additional information he would like to share, and then we'll close things out. John, is yours, my friend.
Okay, great. I'm going to share my screen.
Got it. Okay. We see it, John.
Sharing sound. Okay, so this is a video that will soon be on our main site, brand new video. Don't know what happened to the sound.
I was just going to say we don't hear the sound.
I don't either. Give me 1 second.
You need to stop sharing and maybe share again.
Maybe. Let's see.
Still don't hear anything, John.
I don't either.
The video looks
Enjoy
good, though.
these incredible savings. Others,
Okay, here we
they
go.
turn travel in.
Here we go. Here we go.
What if you could travel more, spend less, and even make money while having fun? Welcome to BDM Travel Club, your key to luxury travel at unbeatable prices. With exclusive access, you'll save up to 75% on hotels, resorts, and more. But that's just the beginning. Enjoy year-round discounts on dining, movies, sports, concerts, shopping, and everyday expenses. Some members simply enjoy these incredible savings. Others, they turn travel into profit. With our built-in affiliate program at no extra cost, you can earn money just by sharing these discounts. No inventory, no monthly fees. We handle bookings and 24/7 customer service. All of this for just $149 a year. Imagine you're on a vacation, paying half what others paid. They ask how, and now you've got a new customer. Imagine you're getting your oil changed, saving 15%, and the person next to you wants in. Imagine dining at a fine restaurant, saving $50, snapping a selfie, and friends ask, how do I get that deal? With BDM Travel Club, you can simply enjoy the lowest prices, or you can share the savings with others and earn. No hassle, we handle everything, free tools and training, just share and earn. You win either way. Share with just 3 others and your membership is paid for with money left over. Click the link below, join today, and maybe we'll see you in the sky, on a cruise, or on a tropical island.
Was kick butt, John. I love that, man.
Isn't that nice?
Oh, that's good stuff right there. That's good stuff.
And it just keeps getting better, folks. Yeah, this is totally incredible. You know, I think maybe some of us, it's been so long since we've been on a vacation. It's been, I got thinking, when's the last time I took a cruise? It's been 10 years. So, if it's been 100 years since you've been on a cruise or an exotic vacation, then you've likely forgotten how alive it makes you feel. Maybe what you need to do is take out your credit card, book a cruise, or travel to some exotic location so that you can actually feel what it's like to travel. And then you're going to be excited about sharing BDM Travel Club with other people. Or same thing, go out to the restaurant, save some money, take a selfie, Go get your oil changed, and many other purchases that you can make. You know, you got your cell phone, all you got to do is snap a selfie and say, hey, I'm saving money. And then send that out to your friends, post it to your Facebook, etc. And people are going to want to know how. Okay. People are hurting today. They want to save, they want discounts, they want to make money. All you have to do is show them how. But you have to have that feeling of what it's like, you know. It's got to feel good to you. So, you know, whatever it takes to get in that. Remember last week, uh, watching Tony Robbins, he says you got to change your state. You got to change how you feel. So, if you're out there on a cruise, how do you feel? You're relaxed, you know, you're soaking up the sun, you're eating all that good food, and you're rubbing shoulders with a lot of people. You know, you will have saved a lot more money than what many of these travelers are spending for their own travel. You know, like the one clip there said, you know, you're on an exotic vacation, you save 50%, you're rubbing shoulders with other people, and they want to know how. Yeah, I would like to save on my next vacation because I'm having fun. And when people are having fun, they want more what? They want more fun. And so you show them how they can have more fun, save more money, make more money, and they're going to want in. $149 a year, everybody wins. Everybody wins. And let me tell you, if you were having fun, really having that, you know, that energetic feeling of being alive, enjoying life, you would easily share this with 4 other people. And so would they, and so would they. And so the numbers we're talking about are very realistic. You know, one of our members, he's out there meeting at least 10 or 20 new people every single day. He's literally going out belly to belly, meeting people in, you know, restaurants, um, cigar shops, you know, where people are, and maybe coffee shops. And he's meeting people every day, sitting down, talking with them, introducing our, you know, our travel club. You know, he's recruited already well over 100 people. So imagine how easily you could get 4 if you just had that feeling. Change your state, whatever it takes. Get on that cruise, get on that, you know, that exotic vacation, bring yourself back to life so that you can actually go out there and share this fantastic opportunity. You know, everybody wants to save money. And every time you use your car, use our service, save money, you pull out your cell phone, take a video of yourself, people are going to want in. You know, we're talking about you carving out a piece of $1 trillion pie, and you get to decide how much of that pie you want. How big is $1 trillion? A trillion $1 bills stacked on top of each other would reach about 67,866 miles high. That's a lot of money. That's more than a quarter of the way to the moon, almost 3 trips around the Earth's equator. And picture this, if you got in your car at San Francisco, drove to New York City, which is approximately 3,000 miles, but this time instead of white lines, you divide the lines with dollar bills laying on their edge, tightly stacked together every inch of the way. Then you turn around and drive back to San Francisco and you make this trip 22 times, you're still going to have a few dollar bills left over to add up to $1 trillion. So what, you know, what I'm reaching at is the travel industry is huge. It's not going away in our lifetimes. Compare that to the opportunities you see coming and going every day. Most of them are quick, you know, they're a quick buck and then they're gone. Many of them are Ponzi schemes, which are unsustainable. If you quit chasing every opportunity that comes along and just focus on carving out a niche in a real industry, the travel industry, it could pay you for decades to come. You know, there's an annual renewal. Whatever you make this year, you're going to make that, next year, and then whatever you build your business to in the following year, it'll just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The travel industry isn't going away. So treat it like a business, build it one customer at a time, and pretty soon you won't be working alone because people love to travel. They love to share when they're having fun. I'll give you one example. One of our members reached out to some of his friends, and one of them happened to be traveling on a vacation. She got all excited about BDM travel. She's out there having fun. Right then at that moment, she's having fun and she wants to travel more. And she says, "Yes, I would love to get a membership where I can save money on my next vacation." Well, a few hours later, he gets a message from her and she says, "I've got 3 people who may also want to join." A few hours later, she had 8 people who also wanted to join. And why was that? Is because she was in a different state. She was in that state of feeling alive and having fun and eager to share with others what she had just found, a way that she could save deep discounts on her own travel. So tonight you've seen the power of our BDM Travel Club, an opportunity that lets you travel smarter, save money on huge variety of services, and build unlimited wealth in a $1 trillion industry. So choice is yours, folks. Like Tony Robbins said, everybody can change. You just have to have a reason. You have to have the desire. So what is it, when these 3 areas of life, are squeezing in on you? You have the past, you have the present, and you have the future, and you're standing in the middle, and these are all coming together at you. What is going to cause you enough pain or enough desire to go out there and do what you know that you can? What anybody can do this. So you have to decide, what is going to make you change? Will you keep paying retail, or will you save money every time you travel, or go to a restaurant, or get your car serviced? The choice is yours. Back to you, Professor.
With that said, folks, you've heard really closing remarks from our um, lead developer of our $1 billion mission, BDM Travel. With that, Thursday night, we'll be right back here with this same content, the same conversation. This would be a great time, Abraham and Jean and Kwame, for you to bring others that want to save money, that want to travel the world, and want to make money. So with that being said, we love each and every one of you. Let's transform and travel this world together. Good night, everyone.
Good night.